or what I'll never understand is women that really make up an excuse to not have the father of the children in the lives of the children. It doesn't make any sense.
My kids don't need their father in their life. If the quality of your happiness as a single mother is tested on a constant basis, can you make the decision that the children do not really need him around? If the way that he treats you is detrimental to your mental and emotional health, do you have to make that decision? I was married to my children's father, and I had been with him since I was 12 years old. After making the decision to divorce my ex-husband, he was very emotionally and mentally abusive to me. I used to make the excuse all the time, like, my kids need their father, they need their father. But at what cost? I used to get so angry, and I used to go into these deep, dark spaces every time I had to deal with him. By the time my kids came home to be with me, I'm depleted emotionally. It even went so far that I would talk badly about my kid's father in front of them. And then I had to make the hardest decision that I really did not want to make. After sitting and thinking to myself, this is not what I want for me. If I have to continuously allow myself to be damaged in such a way, how much good am I going to be for my kids? And as a single mom, of course, we're looking around to all the women that are around us, whether they're married or maybe they have children and maybe them and their children's father aren't together. But the co-parenting goes well for them. And I never saw myself being a single mom, literally with their father out of the picture. I never saw this coming. But when I tell you, I am the happiest I have ever been with him outside of the picture. Are my kids sad about this sometimes? Absolutely. I'm sure they think about it quite often. But am I my best self with them? Absolutely. They get a better quality of a mother from me because I'm not being abused. I'm happy. My spiritual relationship with God is amazing. There are a lot of mothers and a lot of single mothers out here that sacrifice the quality of their happiness when it comes to their children just to have the children's father around. I refuse to be one of them. Now, I don't know what the future may bring. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe someday we will come to a place where we can get along, where I can respect him and he can respect me. And we can co-parent like adults and be the best version of ourselves for our children. But until then, it ain't happening.
So y'all heard what she had to say, right? She basically said that because of the emotional turmoil and the emotional trauma that she had to go through with the father of her children, which she appears to be the victim, that's the reason why all of a sudden the children don't need their dad. He should not be in the picture anymore. Now, let me say this. I'm not advocating for no woman to stay in a relationship with a man who physically and mentally abuses you. You need to get away from that situation because it does more harm than good. All right, let me say that. But what I will never comprehend or what I'll never understand is women that really make up an excuse to not have the father of the children in the lives of the children. It doesn't make any sense. I get it. That man might be abusive to you, or who knows? The relationship, for whatever reason, just might not work out. That's okay. It's okay to leave. But what is not okay to do is to not have the father of your children in the kids' lives. It's not. That is not a good thing. I don't care how you split it. Now, her excuse is that, ever since the father is out her excuse is that ever since the father is out their lives, she's in a better space mentally and she can be a better mother for her kids, right? Okay. So she only cares about being a good mother. She does not care about the fact that the children need a father. Forget that part, right? Because being a mother is more important being in a good mental space as a mother is more important than, the kids having their father. Now, I'm not saying that she should stay and take the abuse. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is this. You wanting to be in a good emotional space, that's not an excuse to not have the father of your children in their lives. You feel me? Like, I get what she's trying to say and I get what she's trying to do, but it's still not an excuse. I don't care how mentally draining that man makes you feel. Go to therapy, seek outside help, but don't think that, having the father completely outside the picture, as in the kids should not see their father, he should just be completely out their lives. That's going to help, because that's just a selfish way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? The only way I feel like a man should not be in the life of his kids altogether is if that man is abusive to his kids and he shows them no love, no affection. That's the only way I feel like that man deserves to lose his children. But if that man cares about his children, if he loves his children, the fact that you and him don't work out, the fact that you're not in a good mental space because he's around, that's not an excuse for basically him being absent, or you making him absent, basically, because she basically created that situation. She created that situation because he was there and she eliminated him. You get what I'm saying? So I will never understand how selfish some of these women think, and think that just because you're in a bad mental space when the father of the child is around, that means he should be completely eliminated. No, all you have to do is make the, what's the word? Whenever you're trying to, see the kids or exchange your kids, minimize your interaction with him. That's all you got to do. Minimize your interaction. And then people might say, oh, he's toxic. He tries to emotionally use the kids and manipulate her, and whatever the case may be. Seek help how to solve that part of the issue. But I don't feel like her eliminating the father altogether out the picture solve the problem, or it helps the kids. Because at the end of the day, the kids is who suffer from this. You know what I'm saying? She's going to go about her life and she's going to do whatever she wants to do, right? But the children are the ones that ultimately suffer from that situation. When you eliminate a father from the lives of their kids, especially if they're used to having their father around, it can destroy them mentally. So she's saying that she thinks it's her right to not have the kid's dad around because it makes her a better mother. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. You can be a good mom with the kid's father still around. You get what I'm saying? So I will never understand why that's her excuse. But let me know your thoughts.